Homer, the blind bard, the man who is known around the world today, and yet barely anything is known about him. What is the mystery of Homer? Homer was believed to be a blind Greek man who was also the author of the Iliad and the Odyssey. He was the son of Epicostes and Telecomachus and made residence in Ionia, which is present-day Turkey. He most likely lived in the 8th or 9th century BC. The Greek people believed that he possessed spiritual vision regardless of his physical sight, and that the gods spoke to him. Although he possessed all of these qualities, he was known for his lack of responsibility and upholding to trust by the Greek people. Homer's works are ranked second comparatively to the Bible, which ranked first. He also produced the most widely recognized and studied literature of all time. The Iliad, an epic poem written by Homer, takes place during the Trojan War, which resulted when Paris kidnapped Menelaus' wife, Helen, also known as the face that launched 1,000 ships. Achilles, a superhuman warrior whose only weakness was his heel, is the hero of this tale. The Odyssey, however, is quite different. It is also written by Homer, and it is also an epic poem. However, this story focuses on Odysseus, the hero who is also protected by Athena. The Odyssey tells of Odysseus and his trip home after the 10-year Battle of Troy. When talking about Homer, one will inevitably reach the subject of the Homeric question. The Homeric question is simply the doubt that Homer wrote both the Iliad and the Odyssey, if he ever lived, if the poems were true, and did time and adaptations alter the original text. While these questions are some of the most popular of which scholars often ask, many scholars also debate that Homer lived before the introduction of writing in Greek society, making it impossible for him to have written two epic poems. Homer's writing style is part of the reason his works are so popular today, and why scholars study them. Homer wrote in 6-dactyl rhythm in the style of early Greek epics. He also used similes to serve as a poetic device in order to foreshadow and to keep the reader interested. Homer wrote in direct speech and used epithets, recurring phrases, throughout both epic poems. For example, Achilles is usually accompanied by the phrase, "of the swift feet," and Apollo is described as, "he who strikes from afar." Homer's works have had much influence on the creative people in the world today. Many of these people have taken action and created new stories from what they have learned from Homer. For example, "O Brother, Where Art Thou?", starring George Clooney, is loosely based on the Odyssey. Thank you for watching our movie on Homer. We hope you enjoyed it. At this time, we kindly ask you to please refrain from talking and to look over your reference sheets. You are going to be playing a game of Jeopardy that involves questions based off of these reference sheets. Thank you for your time and cooperation.